about to watch Brian Shapiro discuss the war in Iran, in which he bastardizes and molests every single definition so that his agenda can be met in this argument. And as a bonus, he goes through and nitpicks all of Trump's campaign promises, because I guess no president in the history of time has ever gone against or not performed on their campaign promises. This is the No Cap Bri-Shap Show. I'm Josh Staub, and you're not.
I'm Brian Shapiro. I'm your Brian Shapiro.
All we heard for weeks is that we took out the Ayatollah, we took out the leader. And then Donald Trump said, we got a smarter regime in there that is less radical, which, by the way, is a lie. His son is now in control that is more radical and hates America more. But it was the Trump administration that was saying the opposite of what you just said. We took out the leader. We took out the Ayatollah.
I said that.
We have another regime in there that's more radical. I don't understand what that argument is. You got an older guy, you took him out, fine. I don't feel bad for the Ayatollah. I don't feel bad for that regime. Now you have a younger regime in there that's more capable and more radical. How is that a win for the United States?
Okay, so I guess we shouldn't take any of their leaders out, because if we take one out, another one might pop up.
Do you think he wants war? You think Trump wants war?
I'll answer that.
Sure.
I would say that if on almost every campaign stop, by the way, this wasn't one hyperbolic statement. On every campaign rally, basically, he went to, he said all he has to do is pick up the phone and he'll end the war in 24 hours.
We are simply going to debate Brian Shapiro's claim, because his exact claim was Trump said all he has to do is pick up the phone and he will end this war in 24 hours. Okay, what's the problem with that? Maybe that is all he has to do. Maybe he just hasn't done it yet. What's the problem here, Brian?
He also said that he would lower all prices on day one. Was that just hyperbolic, or did he do that?
Well, Brian, it would seem your logic is just as empty as Biden's campaign promise to eliminate all student loan debt.
He said he would close the border. Did he do that?
By every single qualification, metric, and quantification, yes.
You want to talk about immigration? I'm
I
happy.
agreed with you.
So
I
let's
agree with
talk
you on
about immigration for a moment. Does the Constitution, Andrew, mean something to you? Is it important?
You can always tell when Brian thinks he's above one of his guests because he punches down so hard. He should win an award for the most disingenuous and loaded questions of all time.
Good. It's important to me as well. We agree on that. What does it say in our Constitution about due process?
You can tell Brian got his definition for due process in a Facebook headline because he's a boomer loser, but all due process means is the process in which somebody is due, and that can be different depending on the context and situation.
It says that everyone that's here within our borders is entitled to due process. I believe not. I'm obviously paraphrasing.
Yeah, it says any person, not any citizen.
Now, that's the predictable place where Brian Shapiro is taking this one. Well, Brian, how about in our Second Amendment, the terminology is people in regards to a well-regulated militia. So, by that logic, Brian, do you think our well-regulated militias should be compromised of illegal aliens? Huh?
Right?
That's why I didn't specify.
Correct. I understand. Any person. Is the Trump administration holding up that Constitution and that statement?
Yeah, Brian, they certainly are, but it doesn't seem like I can even explain that to you because you've manipulated and molested every single definition you possibly can to make this argument go in your favor. Anyway, I don't even have like a solid bow to put on this one. This was the No Cap Bri-Shap Show, and I don't know, man, I guess watch the next one. They're so frustrating.